Today I've got my 2015 BMW 335i xDrive, and she's got nearly 100,000 miles. You're not going to believe how much has gone wrong. It's no secret that BMWs have a negative expectation when it comes to reliability, especially when you factor in high mileage. I have put 70,000 miles on this car in 6 years, and outside of regular maintenance, I have spent $0. So when I was picking out this car, I definitely had a few guidelines I wanted to follow. I wanted it to be relatively newer with more tech. I wanted creature comforts like heated seats and heated steering wheel, but I still wanted it to be a fun drive. And after 6 years, I still love driving this car, especially in sport mode with that dynamic handling. It is very responsive. Suspension's a little tight, but that's kind of what you get. That's what you expect with, a sportier type car. It's got the N55 3-liter turbocharged inline 6, pushing out 300 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission, does have manual mode in the gear selector down here, and you do have paddle shifting, but y'all know this would be so much more fun if it was a manual. I haven't beat up on this car too much, but I will say I did take it to High Plains Raceway, which is way out east of Denver in Deer Trail, Colorado. That is one time I definitely wish this was a manual, but that was a lot of fun. These have the M Sport seats, which are fantastic when you are going around tight turns, because these have the adjustable bolster, so it's going to keep you nice and snug in your seat. And when I first test drove this car, I was like, yes, this is awesome. And then I took it on a road trip and quickly realized sports seats are not what you want for long drives. For a long drive, you want something plush and big and supportive and comfy, and that's not what you get with sports seats. I've actually gone on quite a few road trips in this car. I'm from northwest suburbs of Chicago, so I've driven from Colorado to Chicago maybe 5 times or so. It's 1,000 miles one way, so quite a few miles put on my car just from that. But the biggest one I did was from Colorado down to San Diego in the middle of January, in the middle of a snowstorm. And that was not ideal, but I do have all-wheel drive in this car. It is an xDrive, so that at least helped a lot. I actually felt quite safe when I made that drive, so it was pretty cool. When it comes to creature comforts, this thing is fully loaded with a lot of great features, at least for its time. It has 6 different packages, including cold weather, technology, M Sport, driver assistance plus, premium, and dynamic handling. This meant I had things like the head-up display and navigation, numerous camera angles, and a few extra safety features. So what exactly went wrong with this car? Well, 2 very minor issues presented themselves, but I'm actually not too concerned with getting them fixed. The heated steering wheel went out, but that's not a deal breaker. I can still drive this car day to day. But the display is kind of messed up. It doesn't show the song name that is currently playing, but it's only when my phone is paired via Bluetooth or I'm playing through Spotify. So if it's plugged in or I'm playing iTunes or the radio, it does show me what song it is, but only when paired via Spotify. So obviously there's some sort of software glitch that I'm sure I could get fixed, but that means making an appointment, dropping off the car, spending who knows how much. So those are the 2 things that have gone wrong with this car. So not huge issues, but I don't know, maybe I got lucky, or maybe since I took care of this car and kept it well maintained, she took care of me back. There's really only a couple things that I don't like about this car. Other than the seats on long drives, I didn't like the run flats. It was too rough of a ride, so I ended up swapping over to these all-weather tires, these Goodyear Assurance Weather Readies. They're essentially all seasons that are triple peak rated, and living in Colorado, you're gonna need something that's gonna be able to handle the snow, but it doesn't snow here all the time. You know, we've got the sun that's so hot, it just melts it all away. So I didn't necessarily want to have to get full winters, but these all-weathers are perfect. And then I actually just built myself a spare in back. Now, there is one thing that I loathe entirely, and it's the lock and unlock button. It is very inconveniently located right in the middle of the dash, so I have to lean my whole body in if I need to unlock the door really quickly. It's so annoying. Something I love about this car, other than the engine and driving experience in general, is the Harman Kardon sound system. That system in this car is a perfect reason to find a longer route to enjoy. Now, the time is nearing to sell this car. Was it because I didn't like it? No, not at all. Actually, I loved driving this car. I just want more space. My old pup, he's 11, Mr. Blueberry. I know he's never really psyched to be in this back seat. It's not very flat, it's very slippery, even though I put those canvas covers over here, and I really wanted to get an SUV that has a little more secure space for him, where he feels, you know, a little more safe. Plus, I wouldn't mind, you know, more space for my passengers. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad back here. Like I could do a road trip back here. Plus I've got heated seats, you know, a decent little armrest with hidden cup holders. It's not bad, but I just want to offer more. The base price of this car is roughly $45,000, but with the plethora of packages it has, the sticker price was actually just over $62,000. Luckily, I only paid $26,000 when it had 33,000 miles. Right now, it is priced out at roughly $15,000, so I will be losing about $11,000, but for owning the car for 6 years, I think that's actually pretty great. All in all, I've really loved this car. You know, it hasn't done me wrong, and it's always gotten me from point A to point B without any issues, and I love having a small sedan that is pretty peppy and quick and geared towards performance. And I know I'm going to lose that when I go to an SUV, because outside of going to something like an X5M or something, you're not going to get performance mixed with an SUV 9 times out of 10, unless you're going for something very expensive, which I'm going to take my chances, my luck that I've had no issues with this BMW. I'm not going to try to get another BMW and see if I can do it again. Now, with all that said, would I buy this again? Absolutely, as long as it had a manual transmission, of course. Let me know what you guys think I should get next. Check out alltfl.com for all your new and used car reviews. This is Jen. Thanks for watching.